Hello everybody, it's Racingbrah channel. I haven't been here for you in English for quite a long time. I'm participating in a championship, in a private championship. It's between Russian sim racers, and that's why all the last months, although probably like already 6 weeks, I'm making videos in Russian language for the championship. It was very nice. It was a lot of fun, but still I think I'm missing something else. I want to do also dailies and FIAs. I haven't done even one FIA since then, and maybe like 1 or 2 times I raced the dailies. So today we're gonna look at a couple of races from the daily race B this week. It's Willow Springs. It's Group 4 cars, and we are on Renault Megane. I wasn't quite prepared for this one, but thank God, because of my relatively low SR rating, I am with a softer lobby, so to say. I got to the lobby with all the B guys. And yeah, thank God it was like this, because otherwise I would be literally destroyed in the very first race. I have done a couple of laps. It was by that time it was around 17.1, 17.2, something like that, which is not a very impressive time, and it was the very first race I tried. So we started from the first position, and we kept the first position in the first lap, but then I figured out at this moment that like this was a little mistake. I figured out that, look at the time between me and the second place. The time just shrank in one corner to nothing, and this was a very strong sign that my last corner sucks and I have to do something with it. So it was almost an attack from Mirat 2005, but it was just enough to stay ahead and not to get involved in a fight in the very first corner. So we fought it, and this was pretty much the whole race. I was still making mistakes sometimes, like small mistakes, like touching the sand here and there, but otherwise it was kind of okay. And the very last corner by the end of the race was already a little bit better. I wasn't losing that much time, so we brought like 2 seconds to the finish line, a little bit less, 1.5. So good game to the Russian guy. It was fun, and this is the guys who were in the race with me. And now we go to the next one, to the second one. It was right after this one. I think I practiced just a little bit. It was like 5 minutes between the races, and the second one was actually like the second one. So I managed to improve a little bit. It was 17.0, but still it was P10. So yeah, like comparing to the other A's and A plus guys, it's this time is not very impressive. So you have to really get to the 16 5s and 6s to be somewhere in front. So I just cheered not a friend of mine, but the guy that I know through sim racing, Voland. He doesn't know this account, so probably he said hello. He was, I'm sure he doesn't know who this account is, and he was like, who the hell is this guy and why is he writing to me? But anyways, so it's P10 on the start. And I was a little bit nervous about this one, because I knew that I don't have a real pace, and they're gonna push me there, and they're probably gonna push me around here and there, and it's gonna be hard. So anyways, we're in the slipstream of the Brit in front, and I see that there is no chance that the guy from behind is going to attack, so it was pretty calm the first corner. actually a little bit slow maybe, but everybody of course preferring to take it a little bit more cautiously in the start of the race, so there is no need to rush things up. It's 5 laps, although there is no chance for us to get anywhere near to the first guys, because like I'm already 5 seconds behind and I have to be a second faster than the leader, so I should be like showing the top times every lap, so there is literally no chance. Here we make a little mistake, and the guy behind is starting to close the gap, and it was 1 second, now it's almost just half a second, and we just lost a little bit the guys in front of us. I think it's still very important here to stay in the slipstream, because on the start-finish straight line you can gain quite some time. Someone went wide, 2 cars are wide, but they somehow came back, but they are losing positions, and this means that they are going to be fighting quite a lot in front. At the moment the Brit is 2 positions up. Just in front of us a guy from Belgium and 1 Italian, and of course they after this mistake I believe they are going to need a little bit of time to get to the pace, and I thought that maybe at this point we might capitalize on that, so I was waiting for a moment to sneak in. Although, as I said, I wasn't very comfortable with my pace, with the car and so on, but it was already something. Being right behind them means that next mistake, like the one they made on the first lap, is going to be a position in my favor, so I really wanted to stay behind them. And also I was still learning from the guys in front, how do they do the last corner. I saw how the top guys do it, but of course it's a perfect line. If you get there, of course you can almost without brakes you can go through the corner, but it's not that easy to get this beautiful line. So I just wanted to follow the guys in front and to see what do they do. And it seems to me that somehow I managed the pace in the last corner, and I'm not losing that much anymore. So we are still behind the Bip Bop guy from Belgium. It feels like he is going to attack. The guys in front are fighting, so this group is just becoming bigger and bigger. German guys, Jimmy Bondini, he just received a penalty, so I guess we are going to get this position from him. We just got so close to the group in front of us, and it's 9, 8, 7, 6 and 5, so 4 cars. This is the German guy losing couple of positions because of the half-second penalty, and now I'm trying again to get better at this last corner, and the exit is not ideal because it's a little bit too wide, and I had to lift it a little bit, but relatively fine. So it's P9, it's +1 position because of the German, but the German is right behind us. They were in front, and I suppose they were qualified much better, so their pace is much better than ours, and I'm expecting actually an attack any moment. There is another guy, Italian guy, who made a mistake. I don't know what happened there. So we're getting another position. We are P8 now, and we are right behind the Belgium guy. I'm going a little bit too defensive probably in this corner, because I see all the time the German guy on the radar on the right side. He's already almost like next to us, and now I guess he's going to take his shot. At the moment I was pretty nervous about this situation. I didn't feel very confident. I didn't hear at this moment, I didn't actually cover the inside enough and I stayed behind the Italian guy. I didn't dare to go in front, and at this point I see that he's getting there. I'm trying to close a little bit the inside to make it difficult for him, but he didn't think for long, and he just pushed me a little bit wide, got the 4-second penalty, ruined my race and ruined his race as well. We finished penultimate. It's like 15th. The Italian guy is the last one. He just decided not to go on. This is the third race. We improved a little bit. It's 16.975 already. We're P8. We're gonna be a little bit up front, but still it's going to be a difficult race. At least I was expecting that. So about this situation in the last race, I was of course unhappy about what happened, but I wouldn't blame the guy who was behind. It's very hard to be there an inside line and not to touch, and I didn't leave him a lot of space, let's be honest, but the same time maybe I could saved it. I tried to keep the speed, so I would call it just an incident, so to say. And it's the race number 3. It's the last one for this video. We're starting on P8. We're just behind the pink Alpha of Italian guy. We have a Spaniard behind us. I think he's driving also a Renault Megane. So we have to be careful on the straight lines. And I thought that I might be a little bit more aggressive this race. And straight ahead I'm making a mistake and I'm letting this happen. The Spanish guy tries to overtake me from outside line, but he makes a mistake and he goes down. Thanks for him for the space. I left him space too, but he just made a mistake. Somebody made a mistake in the last corner here and dropped a couple of positions, and it's +1 position for us. So at the moment we're 7th. The guy behind is relatively behind, so it's like 4/10. In the last corner, as usual, he's getting closer to me, but here I managed to do a better exit. So now we see that the gap just becomes bigger and bigger. And at this point I thought that I do have to concentrate on the guys in front of me, because otherwise I'm gonna be all the time backing up and covering the inside lines and blah blah blah, and I'm going to lose quite a lot of time. So I just wanted to concentrate on my driving line, on the braking points, and as you see I'm still using the cones on this track because it was so fresh to me, the feeling of this track on this car, that I just decided to stay with the cones for the time being. The guys are fighting, and this is the moment that I was waiting for. Managed to capitalize on that, on their fight, and I managed to do a position up. We're right behind a Frenchman. His name is Cournon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sounds nice when you say Cournon. I suppose it's like that. But anyway, if you know how to pronounce this and you know what does it mean, you can write this in the comments. From the last corner we are getting a very nice exit, and we're taking this position from the Frenchman. And at this moment I felt so nice that I started to think about P4, because I don't know, the feeling finally became so comfortable around here. So I thought that maybe it could be possible, and the guy in front of us is driving Toyota 86, and we are going to be faster on the straight lines, definitely. So we're just going to need, in the end of this lap, in the end of the next lap, we're going to need some slipstream, and then we might be able to be behind them for the last lap and maybe try to attack. So we see how it goes. It's already the gap is almost down to 1 second. It was 1.5. It's by the end of the lap 3. We're gonna see how we're gonna exit the last corner. The Frenchman behind is there, but half a second is okay, so I'm not expecting him to attack. It's very important here to get a very nice exit so that we could try to get a little bit closer to the guy from Finland. And the exit is okay, but it's not enough. It's not enough. The gap just grows a little bit. Yeah, we couldn't do much. Behind us is already the Frenchman, and right behind him we just saw on the radar the Italian guy. And at this moment, when he was so close, I couldn't think anymore about attacking and about the guy in front, and I thought how to defend. And here, look at this thing. Excuse me, this was, I have to admit, this was disgusting. I mean, he was relatively close to me, okay, fine, but this attack, he would never make this corner if not the body of my car. He would never do this. He would just fly off the track. So I don't know what to say. I didn't write anything to the Frenchman. I'm trying to not to think much about these situations, because I'm losing quite a lot of my nerves at this moment, and I just didn't say literally anything. And what you can see that in the last corner, the Italian guy goes for it, and the Frenchman goes down. How Fernando Alonso says, instant karma. It's karma, people. So I was at this moment, I was relieved that okay, fine. This guy is he paid the price of what he did. And I don't know, it seemed to me, you can look at it again, it seemed to me that the Italian guy just pushed him a little bit wide, but since he didn't get any seconds that he has to serve, the game decided that it was fine. I don't know. It seemed to me that there's been a little contact between them. But anyways, it's the final lap. Final corners, we have a good half a second behind us, Alfa Romeo of the Italian guy, and we are going to keep this position. The guy in front, no chances, he's too far in front of us. We're not going to make it in the last corner, definitely. And it's P6, and we are happy after this race. I didn't have more time to go on with driving, so I decided to make this little video for you guys, and I'm hoping to get back to the English videos and FIA and so on. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Have a nice day, and bye bye.